And congratulations to you and everybody connected to this. I see how involved you have been with sustainability, the World Water Days, and so on and so forth. And I'd like to invite you. I'm been in the TV creation business, making shows for over 50 years. The network, CBS and PBS, and we have our own Good News broadcast. And we also have been doing, since 2002, concerts in Times Square for the International Day of Peace, as declared by the United Nations. 193 countries agreed to that, as well as Earth Day, which is coming up. So I invite you to our Earth Day activities, which we take over Times Square, and it's part of our Pause the World for Peace events. So congratulations on what you are doing. So I think I have some good news and some not so good news in general. So the first good news, I saw an article, and I worked on the Brain series for public television, the first major series way back when in the 80s. And it says females have more neurons and glial cells than males. This was a abstract. And it says that results demonstrate a sex-related difference in the absolute number of total neuronal and non-neuronal cells favoring women by, what number do you think it is? 40 to 50%. Okay? So, hey, you got it made. All right. On the other hand, if you're talking about technology, my grandson just gave this to me today when I told him where I was coming. He's 18, freshman at Duke University, and he's told me, there's an article in Bloomberg, and I'd be happy to share this with you, but it basically says, and it's regarding AI, that why women are less likely to use AI. Okay? It's a very well-written article that I think you should all, you're all welcome, or I can give it to you all, and you can give it to everybody that's here. I was blessed myself personally in growing up with a mother who worked. And my mother, there wasn't anything about the women's liberation. It was about a European woman here in America who skipped 3 grades, who went to Columbia, got a master's degree, was one of the first, I will call it, new technology users, because she was a librarian. And a librarian did this thing called the Dewey Decimal System. Now, was the Dewey Decimal System similar to, hello Google, tell me the answer to this and that and this and that? So I think that sometimes things have resort back to where they began, and current concepts evolve, and digital divide, you might want to call it, but maybe there's always been a digital divide. I think you should also, Gerard, I think you made a very good point about this. If you go to a 60 Minutes interview with what they call the founder of AI, he almost sounds like Albert Einstein, who said, if I knew what I created, I would have been a carpenter. So this gentleman said, basically, AI can be very problematic. So I kind of think that what we need to potentially do, and many scenarios, college, school, jobs, human resources, is ask, did you write this paper? Did you send me your resume? Was this all you, or was this written by a machine? Okay? I can't say I'm almost anti-AI, all right? I'm old school. When we did the Brain series, we created a model as opposed to doing it on a computer. Just somehow I feel, and I think that many feel, it does not have the sensitivity of a human being, or at least you, a human being. Maybe it has some feeling for 100, but you have your way, even with Grammarly. It changes my words on a text or on a Gmail. And I'm saying, that's not how I would say it. I talk like a New Yorker, right? I mean, educated guy or whatever, but I like to talk street talk. I like to talk plain talk, and I don't want somebody telling me how I should speak, okay? So I just kind of warn you all. Talking about women, though, and I'm crazy about women. In fact, my entire life since I was in high school, And at our temple, as they would say, amen, I would always, and I still do, say, women. It's just a feeling that I have. And I've been fortunate to talk, to interview with our Good News broadcast women leaders that have helped to bring you all here. In fact, I interviewed Gina Davis across the street. I've interviewed Jane Fonda, Gloria Steinem, Betty Friedan, Shirley Chisholm, people that who have stood strong for women to have equality. Okay, and I'm wearing a freedom tie. Actually, this is from Woodstock. I did the 20th anniversary with Richie Havens. So freedom, everybody should have the right to be free. So I'm real happy to be here. I'm real honored that you've asked me. I will say a friend of mine who has 7 Tony Awards has a show off Broadway, and it's called My First Ex-Husband. And I do suggest for anybody who has had some difficulties, I will say as a woman, it's a woman's show. It's with Susan Lucci, it's with Kathy Mariardi, it's with a cast. They have like 20 superstars in this off-Broadway show. Women who want to be strong for other women, to live the life, to be free. So almost all the relationships, the women were not free. And it discusses that scenario. And you know, home concerns is maybe the #1 concern for women. So I just suggest that. And then I invite you all down to our Earth Day event in Times Square on April 22nd. We'll broadcast it into the world. It's a major, major broadcast in partnership with the founders of Earth Day. Thank you very much.